Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Get your fucking riff on. And your headphones on as well. That deaf, dumb and blind kid sure drives round Virginia well. That should be my theme tune, because I'm blind. Right. Let's just make sure everything's up and running. Can you hear the engine sound? Yes, you can. Don't know if you can hear me though. Right, lap guide for Virginia. I ain't done one of these for a long time. And where's my mouse? Why haven't I got a mouse now? Oh God. So, Virginia Raceway. Funny story how this place got its name. No, not really. I'm not going to do that. Right, Virginia. It seems like a couple of people are struggling here. I'm struggling to keep it on track, but at least I can get a lap out of the car. So let me get down to the business end. Alright, proper way to start this car off. If you're new to the car, which a lot of you are, this is how you start off. So obviously the red lights are up in front of me now. Right, full brake, 100% brake, 100% throttle. And as soon as the green lights come on, just lift off the brake. But you will have to lift off the throttle, otherwise you'll get full, like proper wheel spin. Look, watch. If I don't lift off, look, watch what happens. Alright, you don't want that. So when the revs get to about 6,000 or whatever, you've got to lift off, maybe even before that. So look, just lift off the brake. That's what you want. Right, so there's millions of lines you can go into turn one. I don't think people are having problems here. Everyone's having problems with that. A few ways of taking this corner. You can go in really wide, or you can go in tight. So I'm going to give away a couple of secrets here because I found them. So just get around to the back straight. So my couple of little secrets are, don't do that by the way, what I just did. My couple of little secrets for this place are, like I say, you can run any lines down here, even if you run this line, you know, as long as you brake and you're sort of here at the point where you need to turn in. Right, so my little secrets for this week, as if I've been doing lap guides for the last 6 months, but my little secrets are this one here. You can ride right over that grass, and you can do it the same as there, a little bit. Right, because the tyres are cold, there's a ton of grip. That little bit where I think people are having problems. Can you see that? Yeah. Right, so look how much curb, well, grass. No 1x, guys. No 1x. If your car can handle it, it's a good line. You can get a little bit further over than that. You can get the whole tyre over the other side of that. I don't know if it's faster or not. But anyway, here's the secret, I think, what people are having trouble with. So let's get back in the car. I think what people are doing is they're coming around here, coming down here, and then they're getting off the power and on the brake for this right-hander. You don't want to do that. You want to stay on the you want to stay on the power all the way through it. In fact, look, just watch the power inputs. Watch, look, always on the power, 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 all the way through it. Yeah, so just sit, just watch it again. So brake for this one, obviously. If you want to try this line over the grass and a little bit here, if you take as much as I did on the first one, if you take this amount of grass on this one, you'll get a slowdown. You can take more than I did. In fact, let's try it. I do think it's faster, but I'm not 100% sure. Try it. If it works, brilliant. If it don't do it. Run out wide here, look. Brake over the grass. No 1X. That's going to be a slowdown. No, I didn't get a slowdown. Look. I thought I was going to get a slowdown there, but I didn't. So just check it out. You can do it. You can do it. That was close, very close to a slowdown. I wouldn't aim for that. Not that much. Not that much. I wouldn't mind. You know, I'd have the tyre sort of, you know, 2/3 of a tyre width back towards the curb. So just so the tyres are just over the inside of the curb. But like I say, I don't know if it's faster or not. I think it might be. I don't know. Try it. So that's the first thing to look for. Not the curbs and the grass, but being on power. So if you're off power, it just understeers at that point. So that's why you want to be on the power, so you can get the rotation. So on power all the way around. And as soon as you can, floor it. Here's the other thing that people struggling with, I think, here. So flat to the floor, all the way through, first apex, second apex. And bloody hold, got a massive stunner there. Alright, yeah, okay. Finish. So that section is full power. Might be when the tyre's warmed up. Just a little note for you there, Kevin. 43706. Same conditions, mate. There we are, it took me long enough. Anyway. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this corner. There's only one person taking the right line through there every lap. No prizes for guessing who that is. So you can sort of take two lines. And I think the outside line is better than the inside. So you come down here. I was doing this the other day. And then out here, look. But you've just seen what I'm going to do it again. Yeah, well. So you can either take that inside line, or you can go in. So you can take the inside line, what I just did, hit the curb, or you can take this line. Right round. Oh, not that wide. Not that wide. Not that wide. Look at that house. That's made out of wood. This line. That's about as wide as I'm going to go. Oh, still fucked it. Right, I'll carry on going now because I'll just keep messing up the tyres. So, over the grass. Missed it. Over the grass. Stay on power all the way. Don't come off the power. Floor it when you can. Let's see if we can nail this. So I normally go down the middle of the track like there. See, not even a 1x. So there was a slight lift at the start. Don't worry about that apex on the right hand side there. Don't do this in the race if you want to, you know, mess around. Looks good on paper, but look what happens. Pretty funny on Thursday or whenever it was. I think that's probably why. It's probably the two little bits where everyone's struggling a lot. So don't worry about second gear down here. Hit these curbs. I take that right hand line. Right, so I'll show you, like, it doesn't really matter about what line you take here. So you can be in the middle of the track there. As long as you get out of here. By the time it's time to turn in. Again, don't worry about this acceleration zone. Everyone's suffering there. I sort of go down the middle of the track here. Let it drift out a little bit and then brake early, get over the grass if I can. Yeah, that's it. No 1x. No 1x again on the power all the way round, all the way round. We get to here, floor it. I'll get that right in a minute. Right, so flat to the floor down there. Fifth gear, look, flat to the floor. Change down the fourth as you get over the crest. Let's just have a look at it. That's the general idea for 3S's. Jump in. So watch the throttle. Just keep watching the throttle. Right, so that's where I lift off. Just as I'm, so flat to the floor all the way through this first apex. Though. Flat to the floor, flat to the floor. Fifth gear, top speed. Don't lift off until you start having to think about jumping over this. So you can see where I'm going to lift off just now. Yeah, it's no 1x, didn't get a 1x. And see all this dirt on the left hand side, you can go all over that, you won't get a 1x. So you've got to go all over that to get the line right for the next bit. You can take a lot more than that, a lot more than what I did. So let's just watch it. Then down to third gear. The reason I'm changing down to third gear there, nice and early, I normally change down to third gear earlier here, is to get the back end out, and that will get the rotation around that corner, around that right hander. I don't know if you notice it, but I sort of can. But when you change down to third gear, you know, it gives a kick, the back end kicks out. It's what you want. You can't do it on the brakes alone, it's just understeers. You've got to use the downshifts to get the car rotating. So let's try and go for a couple of laps. So we'll do a simulated race start. think this is the start, isn't it? Yeah. I think it is. Right, so sat at the red light, full brake, 100% brake. Red light comes on, so you've got 0 lights. So what I do is I'm off the pedals. Good practice to do this. Same as Glenn Becker. I learnt it from Glenn Becker. So off the pedals, then when the lights come up in front of you, 100% brake. I'm full on the brake now. Then the red lights come on, full throttle. Then you wait for the green. So again, don't worry about this acceleration zone. Everyone's having fun with it. Still didn't get a 1X. Nearly 4 wheels out on the power, on the power. So full throttle all the way, don't lift off. Don't lift. No. No 1X and there's the phone. So that's going to be the end of that. So everyone knows how to do the last section, so yeah, just carry on and do that, and I'll see you later. Hello? Alright, hold on a minute. Hold on.